Hi, everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. This is Shalane Davis, and I want to make a recording right now in regards to fraud and forgery and tax fraud, deed fraud in the state of New York, Monroe County, and along with probably all of the counties in this state, Rochester, New York area, Adam Bellows' office participation in deed and mortgage fraud using two clones of a software inside of his Libra connected to the Attorney General, Letitia James, who was placed inside of Monroe County to become the Attorney General when New York State never did any such thing until Kathy Hochul came in place in her office, where she assigned Letitia James to the area and jurisdiction for municipality courts inside of circuit courts, where Letitia James is only supposed to be in the jurisdiction of New York City, and Monroe County, Rochester, New York, were supposed to have their own attorney general, along with all the other towns in the area of upstate New York. I just want to let you guys know that 84 Westwood Drive is my house and my home that I had purchased in 2020. And I purchased it when the time of the country was closed down due to the coronavirus epidemic. And there was a lot of members inside the Democratic caucuses, inside a criminal empire of fraud that was taking place for the last 5 years now going on, inside of how they stole the election from Donald J. Trump. Not only did they steal that, Letitia James's office and her underwriting attorneys has committed some massive fraudulent activities to this country through that house at 84 Westwood Drive, Rochester, New York, which is my primary home that was stolen from me by using the court systems and the judges that sit on benches when she sends them text messages or emails to come after my son and I. I started working inside of Rochester, New York with a job called CDPAP. And CDPAP was consumers that have disabilities that you work from home with. And I started working there with Elite Choice, Preferred Care, and also I never had a break in my employment when I started working with Elite Choice, which is located in the jurisdiction of New York City, which is about 700 miles south of me. Moving on to say that the house was stolen from me due to fraudulent activity and secret tasks done by attorneys and underwriting processing with Movement Mortgage is behind this. The lawyer, Mark Dollinger, he's a part of the criminal empire. John Naka, Judge Shannon Perro, she's a part of this. Judge Brian Marinetti, the Town of Greece Police Department, Code Enforcement as well. The Taxation and Finance Office inside of New York State, Kathy Hochul, and also Elite Choice that I've named, which was my employer. And Kathy Hochul, the governor, all of them are committing wire frauds and offshore accounts using a TurboTax software, and they defrauded the whole country with the form of 4562, which is a form that you use for depreciation. Now, that form was stolen through my name in 2020 when I filed my 2021 taxes and added the house on it that I had purchased, and it came through, and I've been doing some investigation inside of research and getting this information together to see who has done this to this country. Now, when I look at it, Gavin Newsom in California, he's also connected to it because there's a banking account that's out there that's got my name on it, where they open up a trust account without my authorization, without me knowing, and certified a patent of agriculture and the cannabis law of New York State in 2018, when Kathy Hochul did that underminingly corruption, her and her husband, using the law firm of Davis Polk, which is a law firm that they made inside of a dual account with a money laundering account my name is Davis, last name is Davis, and my county that I was born in is called Polk County. And Letitia James made 2 fictitious accounts with multiple accounts that she used through Elite Choice software of Viventimum. Now, that account is still being used by Elite Choice right now to money launder money inside of the jurisdiction of New York City with the power of Letitia James's office, Mayor Adams' office as well. When he was in office, he's a part of it. He was the one that actually gave out the cards to the immigrational members that came in our country unvetted. And they used these tax documents of 2020 when I filed my taxes on a form 4562 that criminalized the whole country and defrauded the whole country at 45 states, where they there's a 181-page tax document that can prove that Letitia James and the underwriter Ratner and Levy, they all are involved in it. Her whole law department is involved in this criminal empire, using their licenses in her office to commit these crimes. They have stolen my house from me inside of taking out a second mortgage in my house out of California using the bank Wells Fargo. Inside of moving on, that my house was taken from me and stolen by me by a criminal empire of the Democratic Party, because they know that I have these files that prove that this country was defrauded by a mass people inside of a criminal empire of a Democratic caucus leading from New York City in Letitia James's office. All the cases that she filed, all the lawsuits that she filed are fraud, fake, and frivolous and never collected upon. And moving on to say that she hid all the monies that she was stealing from the government using the relief funds from disaster relief funds from 2005 all the way up until now, where she's continuing to commit fraud. She's stolen my house using the police departments of Greece, using the police department in Valdosta, Georgia, using the judicial departments of Greece town courts, inside of her powers of sending emails and text messages, inside of ex parte meetings outside of the jurisdiction of a courthouse. Letitia James and her members have came after my son and I to destroy my name, to destroy who I am. And right now we are in witness protection right now due to the members of trying to unalive my son and I, because they know what they've done is going to come out to the federal government, and also to show and prove that the Joe Biden administration, the whole administration, has been set up to be criminalizing 45 states in America, where they have given off false information using tax documents of 181 page of tax depreciation form 179 and assigned a tax document, federal document of 4562. And I do have that information for the Department of Justice, Letitia James, and Movement Management, Wells Fargo, the town of Greece, the city of Rochester, Mayor Malik Evans, inside of all of the committees that was sitting on these benches, that's sitting on the Democratic Party, are inside of these wire frauds, these offshore accounts. And the shell account is a 17-digit fake shell account that is still being used in the jurisdiction of New York City out of the Elite Choices software that I do have filed with the case that I filed at 400 State Street, Rochester, New York, which is the federal building. And the federal government must go inside of these documents and pull these documents, and to show the track that Letitia James and her criminal empire, many members that I filed lawsuits against, is on Pacer and Justia websites that I filed in regards to my name, inside of me being a victim of the fraud of this whole country. The country has been defrauded by Letitia James over 45 states using TurboTax and QuickBooks softwares and wire transfers and a fictitious shell account created on my name inside of Elite Choice software of Viventimum. Please pull these documents to bring Letitia James and her criminal empire and the Democratic caucuses to justice. There's no way that Letitia James and Kathy Hochul should be sitting in a government official offices or an attorney general status using the powers of their office to commit criminal acts. These members must be charged immediately and a grand indictment brought to the light of the American people to stop these members from committing crimes against our nation, crime against our taxes, crime against the immigration laws must be brought to justice immediately by the U.S. Justice Department.